Jord wooden watch for Christmas this year. It's got a wooden total body around it with a mechanical self-winding interior. Now what I want to do is adjust the size because it's obviously way too big for my wrist. So as you can see, it comes in this nice case that is actually like a humidor to keep your watch from getting old. It also comes with some nice oil and a little cloth to help you clean off keep your watch nice and practical and not get it warped or largened or cracked. So usually it said every 6 months you apply the oil and use the rag. But I haven't started wearing it yet, so today I'm gonna go and size it. So what we got here is I want to take out about 3 links. So we need to have something very small to punch it out. This little tip of this one drill bit is the tiniest drill bit I have, and this tip is just small enough to punch out the first link. As you can see, the first link I punched out here already. So I wanted to do a test run before we did this video. So I'm going to take this first link out. Now you need something that you can put this against, that you can hammer with, because they're pressed in, and since I don't have a press, I'm just going to tap them out. So you want them to be just on the edge so that the pin here can fall out. So I tapped it a couple of times. It's pretty loose. Got to get back in there again. You don't want to do it too hard and destroy the watch. You're just looking to take it apart. It's so close, I can grab it. It's almost right there. Just one more little tap. Now, and also, since it is a drill bit, I don't want to be cutting into the wood on this side. There we go. See, so now it fell out. So now we have the one link we can remove. Now I also want to do it on the other side because I want to keep it even. I want to keep the strap in the center of the bag. So we want to even it up on both sides. I want it all funny looking. Now, being as how this is wood, I don't want to press the other parts into the wood to make them that they just push through and they don't do their job anymore. So we're being really careful here. You gotta be patient too. Take your time, don't rush it. There. So you can see it just fell out. So now we have 3 pins. And my wife had seen wooden watches online, so she was wanting to get me one for Christmas. And I saw the Jord company has these really nice boxes, and they have all the materials and everything to help you keep it nice and clean. as well as have a nice watch. So let me see how that's going to look here. So I'm going to do a test run, just kind of put a couple of pins in, make sure it'll fit on my wrist, make sure it's not too tight. Just put them in loose, you know, you don't have to tap them in or nothing. And also, if it is a little bit too tight, that's alright, because the watch will eventually even out. Oh yeah, I'm gonna have to take at least one more link out of this thing, because it's very loose, very, very loose. Now, should I take 2 links out is the big question, because then it'll even it up. I don't want it to be all awkward, so I'm going to take 2 links out. It might be a little bit tight on me, but I'd rather be a little bit tight. So you want to be, I'm using this plastic flashlight because it's really a sturdy flashlight, and it's soft. It's not gonna damage my wooden watch band here. Alright, so I took out 4 links. Put it back together. Alright. And alright. See, that's pretty tight, but that's alright. Some of my other watches were pretty tight as well, and they'll eventually get a little bit less tight as they break in to my wrist. But yeah, so now I just gotta press these pins back in to make it complete. So as you can see, they just fall out if you're not careful. Okay, so now that we got the links in, we got the size we want, now we have to just press them all the way in. But what we don't want to do is just set this on here and just start hammering. What we want to do is get to the solid side of it. Take one of your pins that you aren't using, because the head matches exactly with the other head, and we want to set that on there and make sure we tap it nice and solid into the pressed area. Doesn't take much, just a small little tap, and it'll get in there nice and straight. So we want to hit both sides that we have the new parts on there. This is a lot easier than pressing it out because you're not worried about all the drill bit going in there. But you want to give it a nice, good, solid square tap, but not enough to, you don't want to destroy the pin. Just enough to push it in so it's nice and flush. So now that we got both sides flushed up, it's ready to wear. There you go. Now it's ready to go. It's a little bit tight, but it will stretch out. My other watches are about this tight to begin with, and then they stretch out after a while. The band breaks in and it'll stretch. And that's how you size a watch.